how to make a beginner pair of earrings. You're going to need 2 pieces of 22 gauge wire. That is 4.5 inches long. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of 22 gauge wire that is 3 inches long. So to start out, you're going to want to straighten your wires and then try to center your 3.5 inch piece in between right here. And then you're going to take some half round wire and anchor it around the 4 inch piece twice. You just need 2 rounds there. And then trim your wire and tuck your wire. And then just begin to center this 3.5 inch piece best that you can. Bring your half round around these 2 pieces 4 times. So we're going to do 8 rotations, and then hold your weaving wire as flat as you can. Give it some slack, and then bring that through both wires, right? And again. And now you've anchored these off. Trim. And tuck. Just smooth your wire up against the square wire here the best that you can. I like to end my tail ends of my wire, which is these little pieces that are poking out once you have cut your weaving wire. I like to end those in between 2 wires, but if you're a beginner, you just want to focus on, figuring out how your wire bends and how it feels when you bend the wire, how it behaves, and things like that. So, and getting your wires straight when you wrap them around a single wire or even 2 wires. So, anyways, this will help you learn to do that. When you get all of your wires wrapped around your base wires, you just want to go up on like that. Alright. An easy way to find the center is from the 3-inch mark, you go out and there's a 4-inch mark and a 2-inch mark, right? And then there's a 1-inch mark and a 5-inch mark, and then a 1/4 inch and a 1/4 inch. So line them up from the 5-inch and the 1-inch to make sure that you have your measurement in the center correct. And I don't. My center is off-centered slightly, so I need to push mine to the left a little. So I'm just going to push it to the left just a tad. And I'm going to measure this one and see and make sure that it's centered. This one is just under the 1/4 inch mark on each side. So just even that out. And this is way off center. So I'm going to move it to the left until these are centered. Now you can use just anything that you have that's round, like a paint marker, a pen, an X-Acto blade or knife, the handle to an X-Acto knife is aluminum, so it's pretty good for things like this. But I need a smaller circle, so I'm going to use the smallest circle on my bail making pliers, and I'm just going to bring these up with my hands, my fingers, and then the rest of the way I'll just bend with these. make sure that my half round is pressed very closely together, and make sure that base wires are not showing. And bend straight up. I just want to trim this middle wire. And since I'm using 24 gauge, I'm going to go around more than once or more than 4 times. If I had 20 gauge, I'd go around just a couple times, but I'm using 24 gauge half round. Okay, so now that we got all the wires combined, I'm going to tie off this half round. And then that one's a little lumpy, so I need to try and fix that. Right? Okay. And I'm just going to smooth that half round down. Trim these to where they're even, and then use round nose pliers and then use round nose pliers to bring these around into a loop here. Okay, so I'm going to do the other one, and I'll be right back, and we'll put the ear wires on. Okay, so I've got a cut burr. I'm going to lubricate it. If you don't have any cut lube, you can use a candle stick. It helps the cut burr to cut your metal, and it helps to prolong the life of your burrs. So I'm going to go around it at all different angles, because if I don't, then sometimes if it's like a smaller piece or something, or a larger piece, because I only have one of these, I have to go around it at different angles just to make sure that I get all of the angles. So I'm just going to make sort of like a U shape. I want mine to be long so that they're um, so that they're, it's just the style of it. I like them like that personally. You can make them longer or shorter, or just whichever way you like them. You want to bend that back at an angle. I'm using 20 gauge wire for round wire, 20 gauge round wire for this. Just in case anyone was wondering. I'm going to pull this apart. And bring this down right here. Now, handmade ear wires are never going to be perfectly, they will never match perfectly because, we're not a machine. So if they don't match perfectly, don't beat yourself up about it, because the only way that could happen is if you have, a machine that does it. You could also use a jig. Those are handy. For things like making a bunch of ear wires. And then I'm just going to bring this around. around. I have some 2mm beads here. And bend that forward. And you can hammer these. And you can also hammer this part right here and put a 925 stamp on there, or whatever type of metal you're using. You'd want to put the type of metal you're using stamp on there. But you'll hammer these just to keep it from coming open. And now we have our ear wires and our earrings. It's called a jump ring. I'm just gonna close this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed making these earrings with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and you guys have a wonderful evening.